Good evening, I'm Amrita Priyadarshini with your weekend news. A 35-year-old mother of two is demanding answers from authorities and the Nasese bus company following an accident that's landed her in hospital. Akesan Daunimbao, the sole breadwinner of her family, broke her right leg while jumping off a burning Nasese bus in Nasinu last week, and since then has been admitted at the Colonial War Memorial Hospital. Roland Koroi with the story.
It was here that Akesa and a few others were forced off the Nasese bus en route to Suva after claiming to have seen flames erupting from beneath the driver's seat.
I think he can feel the heat of the flame coming from the bottom of the bus. And he just went outside. I don't know what he's trying to do. He want to stop the flame or what? And we saw that he went outside. We all stood up and ran out. The door, there's no other door. The only door is is the one in front. So the rest of us has to jump out of the windows. So I jumped out of the window and I broke my leg.
Following the incident, a report in the Fiji Times quoted police spokesperson Anna Naisoro as saying there were no injuries or fatalities. Speaking to FBC News today, Naisoro says, according to the police report they received, 4 women were treated for minor injuries and sent home. Akesa's husband went to the Nasinu police station 2 days ago to get an update on what's being done. He was told that the officer who wrote the report was on leave and nothing could be done until the officer returned to work. The VT Credit Union employee is the sole breadwinner in her family and is now worried about their welfare.
On top of that, I'm the only one working. I've got my husband is part-time church worker, and I got 2 kids to support.
According to the LTA, the incident was a small one and the issue has been dealt with, but they were never aware of any injuries. This is where the incident allegedly took place, and according to Akesa, the Nasese bus was parked here when it caught fire. Her and a few others feared for their lives, forcing them to jump out of the bus windows. She broke her right leg, and she says the driver did little to help. 2 women then carried her from the burning bus into that bus stop. She was then rushed to the CWM hospital, where she is currently admitted. FBC News then tried to contact the Nasese bus company, but calls made to their office kept going to the answering machine. We then visited the garage, only to be told by employees there that we had to come back on Monday as their boss was out of the country and there wasn't anyone else available to talk to us. Roland Koroi, FBC News.
A 22-year-old man died this morning at Wanimbokasi after being hit by a minivan. Police spokesperson Anna Naisoro says the incident happened at 10:30 this morning when the deceased was walking towards the Wanimbokasi police post. A minivan travelling from the opposite direction swerved off the road and hit him. The driver is now in police custody in Nosori for interrogation, while the body is now at the Wanimbokasi mortuary awaiting post-mortem. The road death toll now stands at 34 compared to 38 for the same period last year. Controversy surrounding submissions by the Songsongondua Vatanile Vanua party has been laid to rest as the party made their official submission today. But as Dev Narayan reports, there isn't much difference from submissions made earlier that created public outcry. Top of the list was for Fiji to be declared a Christian state.
While a number of submissions have come to the Constitution Commission on the country to be declared a Christian state, the country's last elected political party believes Christianity needs to be proclaimed as the state religion.
And there is a relationship between the state and the religion, and that is a non-coercive relationship. Non-coercive means they don't force anybody to do anything. The church, the religious body are concerned, will not force the government to accept the particular.
The party has also submitted the word Fijian to be reserved only for the indigenous Fijians. They have opposed immunity provisions and have instead asked for an amnesty to coup perpetrators.
That all military leaders be terminated from the positions and dishonorably discharged from the military, including all military personnel taken into the service after the coup. Stripped of all military awards, medals and honors and decorations. Disbarred from taking part in political elections for life. is barred from taking up any public office for life. Furthermore, all plaques and public monuments made in their name be removed.
Calls have also been made by the SDL party to immediately terminate the contracts of those serving government who have been proven to support past coups.
Disbarred from taking part in political elections or hold any public office. And there are also cases where people have gained financially or through corrupted means. The SDL proposes that there should be thorough investigation into all alleged cases and appropriate legal measures undertaken.
The SDL party has also called for Fijian to be the national language. Dev Narayan, FBC News.
Meanwhile, one of the longest-running political parties has recommended for a close list of proportional representation in the electoral and voting system. In its submission to the Constitution Commission, and the National Federation Party says the closed list system will promote multiracialism as well as the election of more women candidates. Dev Narayan again with the details.
Party General Secretary Pramod Rai says this would be the ideal system for a one person, one vote, one value outcome based on a non-racial platform.
The alternative open party list, which is being promoted from some quarters, in our view, will exacerbate and continue the ethnic voting patterns that have existed in Fiji. We therefore reject the open list and support a closed list system based on the concept of a certain number of multi-member constituencies.
He says the 71-member House of Representatives should be retained.
We believe that this number, which was in the 1977 Constitution, provides that a reasonable proportion of voters are represented by members of Parliament on a per capita basis. Even though some may argue that we are overrepresented.
They have also recommended that for Crown Sea land, an option to be provided to buy that land following valuation.
That policy, that provision will immediately create huge economic activity. It will increase the relatively small percentage of freehold lands and therefore create a market in land that will reduce the currently heavily inflated values prevailing in the freehold rental market.
The party believes the judiciary has undergone a major change since 2006 and provisions of the 1997 Constitution should be retained to ensure the judiciary remains independent. The NFP has also called for an appointment of a caretaker government immediately after the promulgation of the new Constitution. Dev Narayan, FBC News.